Hi everyone. Let's take that next step. Demographics are a good start, but let's better fill in the person that we're trying to market to. Therefore, we use psychographics. These are the internal customer behavioral influences such as personality, perceptions, values, motivations, drives, and lifestyles. And so you can see how this side already has handy segment names like Good Saver and Dog Lover. So here's an example of designing with psychographics. It's a Super Bowl commercial break. What kinds of customers are going to get their phones out and find out what this anonymous bouncing QR code will link to? The long ad runtime let my relative's curiosity catch up with him. Here's another example of how motivation and playstyle matter for how Magic make cards and rules. They noticed 3 types of players. First, Timmy Tammy, power gamer, wants to have fun, being with friends, winning a good hand, enjoyable, dominate, but not just eke out a victory. So they want to experience something. Johnny Jenny, self-expression gamer, win with style, play on their terms, exploring uncharted territory. They are here to express something. Spike, tournament player, plays to win, will optimize and pay to play the best deck. They play to prove something. This allowed Magic to make customized decks or to make sure the types of cards would balance the needs of different play styles. So I have 2 tools to show you for this psychographic section. First, this is VALS. It's a systematic classification of U.S. adults. It works by self-concept, their sense of who they are. A strength to this is that it's pretty robust by looking toward more enduring characteristics that tend to correlate with purchase patterns. Cons, that of course they're just estimates as always, and there's always a lot of influences that may be active for any one customer situation. You also have to have different ones for particular segments, such as how this button will take you to the US one. But there are others. Second tool, PRIZM, a handy tool that shows lifestyle segments and zip code. A great starting point to start focusing in your segments. So Nielsen and Clarita provide this version as a sample in hopes you'll buy more customized services. It works on 2 big ideas. In essence, lifestyles. Certain consumption traits tend to co-occur together, like attitudes, habits, demographics, interests, media patterns, usage rates. For example, which groups are most likely to use short-form video or are likely to enjoy using hiking trails? Second, though, is that not only do they tend to co-occur, but that customers who share lifestyles tend to live together or near each other. For example, people who have school-aged children and are very family and achievement-oriented may all tend to live where there are lots of resources like parks, schools, and after-school classes. They may also tend to share their interests and learn from each other, which further cements their lifestyles having a particular set of activities, attitudes, traits, etc. So why might this be useful? Well, this of course again matters to your marketing mix, so we can better effectively focus geographic location in terms of store locations or type of promotional campaigns to use, and some even B2B organizations might find it useful if they serve organizations that tend to locate near their end users. You can also better learn what types of traits tend to go together. We may know what we tend to like or do, but it does not mean we know what the average may likely be. This is the first step to envisioning how certain traits tend to co-occur or happen together. And then likewise we have these these are just only likely segments, not who one specifically will be. Just because the area is dominated by quote young digerati does not mean a particular young person is tech savvy or likes tech. It also doesn't say what will be the guiding factors a customer will use. Just because the customer is likely to be part of a group doesn't mean they are always guided by that lifestyle. They may have very strong risk aversion or very cash poor, so that they could not or would not consume even if you begged. And again, based on zip codes, so from census data, properties within the area change. It may not always map onto zip code. Plenty of diversity within zip codes too. And B2B distribution, sometimes organizational customers tend to be geographically clustered for reasons other than their customers' locations. So you might have to find other means, like trade shows, professional associations, chamber of commerce. So anyway, where do I click? You want to click to here. Or here are some further questions you can answer for more inspiration to try and use PRIZM. So I encourage you to try at least one of these. I invite you to do both if you have a chance. Again, VALS deals in how your self-concept, your sense of who you are, and how you achieve it influences what type of consumer you are. And then PRIZM here focuses on geodemographics and lifestyle, where customers with like needs, interests, and resources tend to be found near each other. In this final example for psychographics, I give you 2 videos for thought. I urge you, after seeing these, to be clear on your segmentation. These 2 car commercials invoked similar values or symbols, but diverged in terms of visions of the world and likely segments. I saw the Cadillac video during the Sochi Winter Olympics with my in-laws, with enthusiasm from some family members and shrugs from others. The Ford commercial came a few days later in response. So both of these commercials and the people sitting on the sofa were all similar in a lot of ways. All American born and raised. All would say we believed in freedom, hard work, and a greater America. Both cars aim to fulfill the driver's sense of accomplishment while letting us continue to achieve our best. All similar sounding, right? But very different ways the traits are part of a larger set of values, motivations, and lifestyles. A simple survey that asks us what we think of quote, quote, hard work may not mean the same thing to each person. So herein lies the power of knowing your customer well. So to sum up, segmentation tools are only as good as the thought we put in them. Take the time to be clear on target markets and segmentation strategies. Make sure you are clear on your target market and segmentation strategies. All right, so the next section will be on behavioral segmentation.